Hey guys, let's look at some more practice with interior and exterior angle measures. Sorry, I can't talk today. Okay, so the sum of interior angle measures. If you see the word sum and interior angle measures, okay, this is the one you're going to use. You're going to use x equals n minus 2 times 180. Okay, if you see the words sum exterior angle measures, answer is always 360 degrees. So just like in the last one, if you add all the exterior angles together, so like in a triangle here, if we look at it like this, each one of these are going to add to 360 degrees. Same for any other shape. If it tells you you're looking for an interior angle measure of a regular polygon, you are going to use this S over N. That's going to give you the interior angle. So you're going to do n minus 2 times 180 over n. That's going to be the interior angle of a regular polygon. Only works for regular polygons. Okay? If you're looking for an exterior angle of a regular polygon, this exterior angle is going to be 360 divided by n. And then if it gives you the exterior angle and you need the number of sides, you're just going to flip those around. The number of sides is going to be 360 divided by the exterior angle. And then also I want to mention, if it's asking for the number of sides and they only give you the interior angle, then you're going to find the exterior angle by doing 180 minus that interior angle. Okay? So, like for example, if we had a triangle that looked like this, let's say this angle was 30, you would just do 180 minus 30 in order to get the exterior angle. Okay, so every one of these questions is going to have one of these keywords in it, and you're going to use one of these for it. So number 1, what is the sum measures of the interior angles? So sum and interior angles. We're going to use this S equals n minus 2 times 180. So it says a pentagon. So we know that n is going to be 5. Okay, so we're going to have 5 minus 2 times 180. If you type that in a calculator, you're going to get 540 degrees. Okay, I want you to go ahead and try number 2. Okay, it asks for sum of the interior angles. So once again, you're going to be using this one. Figure out what n is. Plug that in. All right, number 3. What is the measure of each interior angle of a regular? So an interior angle of a regular octagon. Okay, so right here, this interior angle, we're going to use this S over N up here. So we're going to do we know that N is 8 since we have an octagon. So we have N minus 2 times 180. So 8 minus 2 times 180. And then we go ahead and divide by the number of sides again. So if we calculate what's on the top, we're going to get 1080, because that's how many degrees are in an octagon. If you count the interior angles, you add them up. We're going to divide it by 8 since all of them are the same, and that's going to give us that each of them is going to be 135 degrees. Okay? The next one is also asking you the measure of each interior angle. So an interior angle of a regular polygon. Do the same way I just did this one. You're looking for the interior angle. Use the S over N. Okay, so now let's go on to number 5. 5 angles of a hexagon. Measure 119, 129, 104, 139, and 95. What's the measure of the 6th angle? So these are the interior angles. Well, if we add all these together, we can see that we are going to get 586 if you type that in a calculator. So we know that if we add these interior angles together, we get 586. So how many do we have if we add them all together? So we'll use this n minus 2 times 180. It's a hexagon, so n is 6. So we'll do 6 minus 2 times 180. That is going to give us 720 degrees. So if you add them all together, you're going to get 720 degrees. But if you add these 5 together, you get 586. So this last angle So this sixth angle is going to be 720 minus the 586 that's already been taken up. Okay, so this last angle is going to be 134 degrees. So if it gives you most of the angles, or it gives you the interior angles, you're just going to figure out what the sum would be and plug those in. Number 6, the sum of the interior angles. So we're looking at sum of interior angles, okay, of a polygon is 1620. So we know that this S here is 1620. And we also know that that is equal to n minus 2 times 180, because we're looking at the sum of the interior angles, because that's what it says up here. Sum interior angles, okay? We're going to be looking at this one. Okay? How many sides does it have? So we need to figure out what n is, so we can solve for n here. Well, we need this 180 out of the way first. It's being multiplied, so we will divide 1620 divided by 180 is going to give us 9. And then if these two cancel out, we're just left with this n minus 2. If we just need the n and not the minus 2, we'll add 2 to both sides. That's going to give us the n is 11. So there are 11 sides on this polygon. So it gave us the sum of the interior angles, and we knew the formula for that, so we could solve for n. Okay, so this one is the exact same type of a problem. It gives you the sum. It needs you to solve for n. I want you to go ahead and pause the video and try number 7 on your own. Okay, so now let's look at number 8. So what is the sum of the measures? So we have the word sum, and we're looking at exterior angles of a Enonogon. So we go ahead and say n's going to be 9 because it's a Enonogon, but the sum of the exterior angles. Which of these says sum of the exterior angles? Not this one because that's interior, but this one does. And the sum of exterior angles of any polygon is always 360 degrees. Okay, so that's always 360. Number 9 says, what is the measure of each exterior angle? So we're looking at an exterior angle of a regular polygon. So n equals 20 here. So we're looking at exterior angle of a regular one. So that's going to be this one. Okay, so that is going to be, exterior angle, this is number of sides. I literally did not read it. Number of sides of a regular polygon. This is exterior angle of a regular polygon. So we're going to be looking at this one. So the exterior angle is 360 divided by n. So this exterior angle is 360 divided by n. So we'll do 360 divided by 20. If we calculate that out, we're going to get 18 degrees. So each of those exterior angles of this 20-sided figure, each of them are the same, are going to be 18 degrees. Okay, I have number 11 marked out, but we are going to do it. I don't know why I have it marked out. Okay, so number 10. If the exterior angle, so we're looking at exterior angle of a regular polygon, okay? But it's asking us for the number of sides. So exterior angle, regular polygon, and sides is going to be this one. Okay, so the n equals 360 divided by exterior angle is what we're looking for. Okay, so it's asking for the number of sides. We know that this exterior angle here, as it says right there, is 9 degrees. So we'll plug that in here. And that is going to give us that the number of sides is 40. So there are 40 sides on this regular polygon. Number 11 also asks us how many sides, and it gives us the interior angle. Okay, so we're going to be looking at this one again, but it gives us the interior angle. So we're going to have to be looking at this. So in order to find the exterior angle, you know it's going to be 180 minus this interior angle. So we'll do 180 minus 108. That's going to give us 72 degrees. Okay, now we're going to be using the same one we had over here. So we do 360 divided by the exterior angle. So we do 360 divided by the exterior angle, which is this 72 up here. Okay, and that is going to give us that there are 5 sides on this one. Okay, so if it gives you the interior angle, you just have to do 180 minus that interior angle to get the exterior angle. And then from there, you just have to do the n equals 360 divided by the exterior angle. Okay, so now we're going to look at number 12. So we've got some pictures from here on out. Okay, you can see the number of sides is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're looking at a 4-sided figure. So the number of sides is 4. Okay, and we're looking at the sum of the interior angles because it's not just one, it's all of them. So we're going to be looking at the sum of the interior angles. If you look at the top, it's the one on, or look on the other side, it's the one on the very top. Okay, so we need the n minus 2 times 180. Okay, if we plug in that 4, so instead of an n here, we have a 4 minus 2 times 180. Type that in a calculator, we're going to get 720. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. If you type that in here, we're going to get 360. Okay. So all of these are going to add together to get 360. So you have this 79 plus 55 plus 110 plus x is 360. We'll go ahead and add these three together, which will give us a 244 plus x equals 360. We'll subtract 244 from both sides. That is going to give us that x is equal to 116 degrees. Okay? So if you have all the angles on the inside, they're going to add to whatever you get when you get the sum. When you do the s equals n minus 2 times 180. Okay? So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. So n is equal to 7. And so this s is going to be 7 minus 2 times 180 is going to give us 900 degrees. So these are going to add to 900. So we have, let's just start at the x plus 142 plus 150. This little square means 90 degrees plus 148 plus 140 plus 136. Okay? And these are all going to be equal to 900 when you add them together. We'll add all these together, so we get 900 equals x plus, if we add all those together, we're going to get 806. And if we subtract 806 from both sides, that is going to give us that x is equal to 94 degrees. So this little angle here is 94 degrees. Okay? Same one on this one. So we know how many sides it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So n is 6. So the sum of them are going to be 6 minus 2 times 180. It's going to be 720. Okay, so if we add all these together, we're going to get 720. Sorry. So let's go and start here. We have 110 plus 8x minus 1 plus 5x minus 36 plus 6x minus 2 and plus 7x plus 19 plus 116. Okay, and these are going to add up to give you 720. Okay, let's add the ones with x and add the ones without x. So 8 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 is going to give you 26x. Okay, now we'll look at the ones without x. 110 minus 1 minus 36 minus 2 plus 19 plus 116. If you add them all together, gives you plus 278. We still have equals to 720 here. Okay, now we just have to solve for x. So we'll subtract 728 from both sides. Okay, it's going to give us 26x equals 442. If we divide both sides by 26, that's going to give us that x is equal to 17. Since that's what it's asking for, we're good to go. So you figure out what the sum of the interior angle is using this. So the n minus 2 times 180. And then you're going to add them all together, and that's what it's going to be equal to. So on number 15, I want you to go ahead and try it on your own. So you can see there are 4 sides. So n is 4. So you can figure out what this is. That should give you 360. Okay, so 360 is going to be equal to all of these added together, So I'll go ahead and 7 it up for you. Okay, solve for x. Once you solve for x, this is not actually asking for x. It's like asking for a measure of angle B. So that's going to be 8 times whatever you just got there, plus 7. And that's going to be your answer. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and try number 15 on your own. Okay, now let's look at number 16. So the figure below is a regular polygon. So that's the angle there. And it's actually every angle in the polygon because they are all the same because it's regular. So if we count the angles or count the sides, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so n is equal to 10. And so we know that the sum of all of these is going to be 10 minus 2 times 180, which is going to give us 1440. Okay, and we know that this 1440 is going to be 10 of this one, so 10 times this 10x plus 4, because each of these are going to be 10x plus 4. Okay, so if we just go ahead and distribute that out, 100x plus 40, we'll subtract the 40 first, giving us 1400 equals 100x. And if we divide both sides by 100, we're going to get that x is equal to 14. Okay, so if you have a regular polygon and only one of the sides, you need to figure, or one of the angles, sorry, you need to figure out what the sum is first. And that is going to be equal to however many sides you have here times the angle from the question. Okay, now looking at number 17, lastly, we have all of the exterior angles. We know that if we add all these together, sum of exterior angles is always going to be 360. So if we add all these together, it's going to give us 360. So let's go through and add them. So we have 5x plus 4, 4x plus 9, 9x minus 6, 4x plus 1, and then lastly 7x plus 4. Okay, 5 plus 4 plus 9 plus 4 plus 7 is going to give us 29x. And then we have 4 plus 9 minus 6, plus 1 and plus 4. So we add the ones without x. That is going to give us plus 12. It's still going to be equal to this 360. So now we can just solve for x like regular. So just subtract 12 from both sides gives you 348 equals 29x. And if we divide by 29, that's going to give us that x is equal to 12. Okay, so let me know if you guys have any questions about this. You have practice problems to work on this now, so go ahead and work on that. I think that one is on Google Forms as well, so you're going to have to actually go through and put in your answers. Make sure that when you do that, you do not put numbers, or you only put numbers. So like for this one, you just put 540. You don't need the degree symbol. You don't need to write degrees. Like this one, you need 134. You don't need any equals. You just need 11. So just put the number in as your answer. But let me know if you guys have any questions or any problems, and I will see you guys later.